Hi again, everybody. I wanted to share something that occurred to me. It was a sort of an awareness that opened up for me recently. It wasn't any big, huge, dramatic thing, but it was just something. It was one of those small things that happen that can happen again and again and again, and the effects of it can be sort of cumulative inside your body. So, no big deal. Somebody that I actually used to work with reached out to me to reconnect. And it seemed friendly enough on the surface, but I could tell by what they said that they were looking to see, fishing, if I was interested in working with them again. And my body knew this before I could really sort it out in my mind, because I could actually feel myself kind of tightening up, getting constricted. You probably are very familiar with that feeling, like I am as well. You're trying to be kind and reasonable and not hurt the other person's feelings. And another part of you is going, something about this doesn't feel right. So this time, I was more direct about it than I might have been in the past. I didn't over-explain it or try to justify it. I just said, I'm not really in the market for this right now, and thank you very much and wish you well. And then I received a response back from this person that had kind of a sort of a scolding, patronizing tone to it. And this is the reason I wanted to share this video with you, because I could feel myself getting triggered. And in the past, that kind of thing might have sent me into replaying the whole conversation over and over again in my head, doubting myself. Oh, did I say it wrong? Should I apologize? But instead of distracting myself, going off to do something else, so I didn't have to feel the feeling, I sat quietly. I let myself feel what was happening in my body. I didn't try to fix it or change it. I just observed it and let myself acknowledge it. And what was going on was I could tell that it had an emotional charge to it. And sometimes when something that simple can produce this almost like it's like a wash. You can feel it washing inside of you or washing over you. Almost like a heat wave in a way. If you've had hot flashes, you know what I'm talking about. That usually means that it's something in the past. So it probably means that that's something that you've been carrying a long time. And I certainly know that about myself, because I was always the nice girl, always trying to smooth things over because of my background with an alcoholic family dynamic. I always wanted to sort of melt into the walls, so I didn't have to listen to the angry yelling from my mom and dad. I didn't want to be the one that brought that on and to the family or brought that on to myself. So it was always a lot of being quiet to stay safe. So basically, I just sat still and I just observed. I didn't try to change it or fix it or make it better. I just allowed myself to say, okay, this is how I feel, and just acknowledged it and let it move through me. And then I just took a few deep breaths and maybe just sighed a little bit, right? Just enough to let some of the tension out and just to let the sound move, whatever was happening through me. And to just say, I'm okay. I'm not in trouble. Everything's fine. I'm safe. I didn't do anything wrong. I don't have to make this right for someone else. And then I was able to respond to them calmly and clearly that I was not interested, once again, without the drama. And I know this sounds like really, really simple and a small thing, but I don't think it is. At least it wasn't for me. Because so many of us have these repeating patterns where the minute somebody pushes back on a boundary that we make, even though that's kind of hard for us sometimes, to make that, to really assert that boundary, we start questioning because we're not used to it. We're not used to sticking up for ourselves, to use an old term. And we can start wondering again, how can I make it right and comfortable for everyone else? To avoid discomfort for me. Yeah. And I'm learning that part of coming home to your voice, to your inner voice, is letting your voice stand, your truth, stand with your body's truth in a way that says, I heard what my body said me. I heard what my body said to me, and I'm not going to abandon it just because somebody else has responded in a way that doesn't feel nice, or acknowledging me. And yeah, the other person's allowed to have their response. Of course, they can feel whatever they want, but I'm not responsible for managing their reaction, especially when I've been authentically clear. And honestly, all I really did was just stop and be quiet for a few minutes and allow that emotion to move through me. And the trick is, right, to be present to it. To be present to it. And really paying attention to my body and feeling, okay, this is another level, another layer of breaking down that old pattern. So maybe the next time something similar happens to you, pause, stop, listen, let yourself feel it. Maybe sigh a few times, move a little bit, shake. Tell yourself you're safe and let your voice stand here within the truth of your body, the truth of how what your body is telling you. If you've ever questioned yourself after setting a boundary or feeling the no before the words, I hope this speaks to something in you. I have a free virtual group gathering that we meet every month called Remembering Your Soul Voice. This is something that I have formed, and it's in its third month at this point, and I'm just loving it. I love the conversation that comes up. And we don't talk about big complicated things. We talk about stuff just like this, because this is like the real kind of nuts and bolts of living, of dealing with other people, of dealing with our own feelings, how to handle them, how to be comfortable in our own body, how to allow ourselves to feel safe so that we can speak authentically and clearly and feel good about it, feel centered, even if somebody else, the person, does not respond in the way that you would like them to. And if you want to put the word voice down in the comments, I'd be happy to send you the link. Thank you so much for listening, everybody, and hope to see you next time.